So the new Ant-Man movie came out and it has some pretty mixed reviews on it. I'm going to talk about it in this video and just want to say before we get into it, this is a spoiler review. I am not going to be keeping my mouth shut on anything. I'm just going to be talking about the movie because I saw it. So there's your warning. We're going to get into the video in just a second. You have until my intro is over to click off the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to the video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels and I just watched Ant-Man. We're going to talk about that. So I didn't like it. It was okay. I didn't like it. Didn't do it justice. I just thought it was okay. First of all, the movie came in, and we got into Quantum Realm right away, which I kind of liked, to be honest. We jumped into the movie, and there wasn't too much, like, the daddy-daughter thing. She was just hiding stuff from him, and it's like, I didn't like that whole story. I didn't like the whole part about her being in jail. Just get me into the Quantum Realm. I'm easy to please. Give me some awesome action. Give me some giant alien lasers. Like, I'm easy to please in that sense, and I understand that's not what everybody loves about movies, but still, we go into the Quantum Realm. I thought it was beautiful. People like to complain about the CGI. I'm like, no. I'm pro CGI. Show me all these beautiful things. I loved all the aliens. I loved the different takes on different characters. I loved the environment. I found myself, especially at the beginning when they first went down there, I was more captivated by the area surrounding them than I was the actual movie. And you could argue that that is a problem, but I also do that in like video games that I play. I just like cool artwork in that sense. So I don't know if that's a problem with the movie. Regardless, I thought it was beautiful. But that's the problem with that is that's pretty much only the good thing I have to say about the movie. It was consistent and it's beautiful. No, that's not true. Kang. I loved Kang. I wasn't attached to him in Loki. I liked Loki, but still I was like, I didn't really like him. But this movie, the actor is fantastic. I don't know if he's been in anything else, but whoever played Kang, man, that performance was great. He just had this like presence about him. You like this huge, powerful being. You know Kang. He's like some Marvel god. I don't know the point. I don't really know the comics that well. The actor did that character so much justice in the sense where he just felt so powerful, especially when he's like, "I'll kill your daughter." I don't know. Something about his acting was just perfect. I would love to see Kang in the future. And people have problems because the villain was just given to us and then there wasn't much story to it. I thought he did a fantastic job. So, two things I have good to say about this movie was Kang and the graphics. The rest of it, I didn't care about. First of all, the movie was way too cryptic, where it's like, I understand they had to keep some secrecy, but it's like, oh, we got to watch out for him. I did this. You got to watch out for this. The Quantum Realm is this. Like, it was way too cryptic. I didn't understand. Like, I was like, okay, get to the point. I get it. And then it took forever for us to get the story, and I was like, the story is okay. I didn't really love it. And plus, nothing against the actors. I just did not like the daughter at all. I did not like Janet at all. They were just completely unlikable to me. I didn't like the way they were treating Scott, to be honest with you. I think that's part of where it came from, and I understand that's part of the story. I just didn't like the characters. I didn't like them. They left Ant-Man out, and they had no reason to. The daughter's being a little rude to her father, and the father is just sitting there and taking. You see that a lot on TV now, where it's just a little ridiculous. So for the whole movie, I was stuck with these characters that I didn't really like, and I didn't like Janet as a character, by the way, because she didn't tell anybody about this quantum stuff. Like when they first went down there, and then there was this huge problem where they found this whole civilization, and Janet was like, "You need to trust me. You need to come with me right now." I would have been like, "Absolutely not. You tell me what's going on right now, and don't lie to me." You know what I mean? They just followed along with her, and I was like, why? Janet's probably the bad guy here. I actually went through the movie thinking Janet was a bad guy for a little bit, to be honest with you, because we didn't know. She did something down here, maybe, and she was talking about herself like either being a hero or a villain. Who knows, depending on what side you look at. I just didn't like her, man. I liked Kang so much better. But throughout the whole movie, I think part of it was, like I said, being too cryptic. Just nothing really captivated me. The scene that I really did like, though, was that scene where Ant-Man was just, they were duplicating all the different areas of him. And that's pretty much the only thing that I found funny too. Like MODOK, I didn't find funny at all. He was like, okay. The only part that was funny is when he was dying and then he was like to Ant-Man, "You were always like a brother to me. At least I can die an Avenger." That was really funny. But the rest of it, the humor didn't really hit. It was just taken away from the intensity of the movie. Plus, I was waiting for that whole time for when Wasp was coming down. And there was a huge missed opportunity in one point in the movie, where they were both going after the ship's core, right? Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought they were going to fight each other instead of like working together. Ant-Man's like, "No, he has Cassie. I need to get this back for my daughter." And Wasp was like, "You can't give that to him. Are you nuts?" I thought that was a huge missed opportunity for them to have an internal conflict along with Kang in a third party. I thought that would have been a way better to handle it. But again, I'm not a movie writer. So who am I to really say? I'm just talking about my thoughts on the movie here. That's what I was thinking. I was like, ooh, that was a little bit of a missed opportunity. And then Kang didn't kill them. He could have killed him. He should have killed him. They're just leaving him alive because then we won't have an Ant-Man movie. I don't know. There was just too much about this movie where I was like, come on. Like, we've seen this before in Marvel, but I don't know why it just wasn't hitting for me. And this has been recent in Marvel movies. I don't know. They've just been going downhill a little bit. Another problem that people have been having is Janet at the beginning, why she didn't tell anybody anything. Why did she allow them to build this whole mechanic that goes down to the quantum realm if this was such a problem? And also, if she knew all of this coming in. And something that I forgot to mention, sorry I'm going a little bit off topic here. I loved Janet and the Cassidy in the other movies. When Ant-Man, and I love the other two Ant-Man movies. They're some of my favorite in Marvel. They're some of my favorite movies in general. Loved them. The second movie, when they found Janet, I was like ready to like bust my tears open crying. You know what I mean? I was ready. Like, that was such a beautiful moment. And it was so cool to see Janet. Same thing in Endgame when Cassie showed up. So I liked them then. It's just this movie I didn't like them. I didn't like Grown Up Cassie. But then again, Grown Up Cassie was an Endgame, but we saw it for like 5 seconds. So you get the point. It's just this movie specifically that I didn't like them. I also wanted to mention that. But anyways, in the post-credit scene for Infinity War, when they were going down to the quantum realm, Janet knew that there was a problem and didn't say anything. So there's a big plot hole in the sense of where this huge part of Endgame was only there because Janet didn't say anything when she should have. It doesn't make any sense. But then some people were saying the problem was specifically that the signal was the issue. You could go down to the quantum realm. You could maybe not shrink as far down as you could have because then maybe Kang wouldn't have found them. So I guess that makes a lot more sense. I just saw that as a plot hole that people have been talking about. I didn't really care about that. Regardless, I don't know. The movie, the problem is I don't have a reason for it, but nothing kept me interested throughout it. Kang was awesome, but other than that, nothing really. The end scene, I thought it would have been a lot cooler if there was some stakes to it too. Like, I would have walked out of the movie a lot better if Scott and Wasp actually ended up getting stuck in the quantum realm at the end. I thought that would have been a significantly better ending. He did what he wanted. He saved the family. Perhaps that could be the end of Ant-Man. Probably not, but still. Then you could have a whole journey in the quantum realm. You could sit there forever. You can have Cassidy have her own sideshow with Hank. That would have been really cool to see, like them two working together because obviously they get along. I feel like there was just some missed opportunities there. And then they were doing that MCU thing where there's humor when there shouldn't have been humor. I like the humor. Infinity War and Guardians of the Galaxy are a prime example of when it's done right, you can still have those tensions. But when the jokes don't land, I'm like, oh, come on. When MODOK was going around like, I'm not a dick, I just thought that was... maybe I am growing up because I just thought that was a little childish. But the problem is I found some Thor movies funny, so is it really childish or did the joke just not land? I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this movie in the sense where I just don't know what I want. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe take out the humor. Who knows? This is where I'll leave it up to you guys because I'm going to start repeating myself. What did you think about Ant-Man? Don't get me wrong. I know I just said a lot of bad stuff, but the movie was like a 6 out of 10 for me. It's not like it was terrible. It's definitely better than Eternals. But still, like, nothing really kept me interested the whole time. That's the big problem. So let me know what you thought about the movie, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you were new here and enjoyed the content, please consider the like button would help the channel a ton, and subscribe if you are brand new. Check the description down below for links to all of my other channels if you want to hear more movies, TV shows, book talk. Hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.